All right, if you take a look at their record in the last 5 ODIs, 1 no result, 4 defeats, it's no surprise, Sourav, that India have been really poor away from home and they've lost their top spot today after this defeat.
Yeah, they haven't played well, to be honest, since the tour of South Africa. Yes, you can talk about Australia and England a couple of years ago, but obviously that's past. This is a new team and they haven't played well so far. But the performance on this tour has been better than what it was in South Africa. And
but it's not the similar sort of quality that they're up against. There's no Dale Steyn, there's no Morne Morkel, Dada.
Yes, that's what I was about to say. South Africa were a much better team. South Africa had a very good bowling attack and New Zealand doesn't have a very good bowling attack. So although India were not up to the mark, but they still got close to the New Zealand total. And I feel when I look at this New Zealand attack, if India get their minds right and India play well in the next game in Auckland, I think they can still get back into the series, because when you look at this New Zealand bowling attack, you see Kyle Mills, you see McLellan, and then you see Tim Southee with Anderson being the fourth bowler. It is not a bowling attack which is going to give you sleepless nights. So I'm a little disappointed with the way India has played in these 2 games, but as I said, it doesn't stop them from winning the next 3, which although I feel is going to be a tough job.
Dada, what you say has cricketing logic, but what Mahendra Singh Dhoni has absolutely none, because he's refusing to drop stars, the non-performing players who just aren't pulling their weight. In fact, before I come to you again, let's take a look at some of the stories that we've put together into one comprehensive story on the stars who aren't pulling their weight.
Is MS Dhoni getting it all wrong? 4 straight losses for Team India, losing the #1 crown in ODIs and down 0-2 in New Zealand.
Because that is the moment.
From team selection to strategy to planning, Dhoni has got it all wrong. Let's start with India's strike bowler, who can't strike. He can be struck for 6s, but has forgotten how to take a wicket.
Edison says, I have a big piece of that.
Ravichandran Ashwin has bowled almost 69.5 overs and has not picked a single wicket since the 2nd ODI in South Africa. Yes, 69.5 overs. 419 balls. In the last 7 matches, Ashwin has given 379 runs and taken just 1 wicket, and the average column tells you everything. But that's not the worst of it.
Anderson clubs it.
Mention Ishant Sharma and the story only gets worse. In Hamilton, Ishant was simply ripped apart, giving away 46 runs in just 6 overs. But Ishant being carted all around the park is not something new to us, is it? It's a familiar sight.
For the Black Caps, it may well kick them in again.
In the last 2 tours, Ishant has only 6 wickets. 4 of these came in 1 match. He gives away runs at more than run a ball. This man Suresh Raina. What makes Raina so precious? He can bat. He struggles against the rising ball, yet he is in the team. Suresh Raina has not scored a half century since 1st of August against Zimbabwe. Since then, Raina has played 15 matches, scored a paltry 260 runs at an average of just 23.63. This is simply not acceptable. The results are right there. The 8th ranked team in the world has simply bulldozed Dhoni off the ranking perch. And now the India captain have a lot to think about as he tries to salvage the situation. Will he drop Ashwin, Suresh Raina or Ishant? Will he bat first when he wins the toss?